Hey guys, welcome to the Tuesday stream. We are back playing Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. Last time we took on a challenge to scan on a low resolution scan for most of Kerbin. We wanted 75%. We've so far got 8%. That might take a little bit of time of ticking over, but I do believe, beautiful on the sunrise there, that's what I was waiting for. I do believe that this can carry on just kind of ticking away in the background, and we don't necessarily have to keep 100% of view on this mission at all times. I'd like to welcome Ztech to the chat. How you doing, buddy? I'm just wondering if anybody else will show up. Normally takes a couple of minutes for people to do so, so I'm going to take a little moment to make sure everything is going. Wow, a little bit of a stutter there. Make sure. Yeah, love it. All right, yeah, make sure everything is working fine in the background. Got ourselves everything running. Cool. All right, so my plan today, I think, was we're going to go to the moon. Yes, indeed. It's been a while. We've put our first thing in orbit around Kerbin, and so obviously the next logical step is to go to another place, right? Yeah, no, I'm doing pretty well, dude. I am doing pretty well. It's feeling a bit long today, despite the fact that I've not really had that much of a long day. But I finally got my PC together. I've not put all the software on it and stuff, but finally got it back in. I had a comedy of errors putting it together. Things like forgetting to put the block on for the heat sink before I put the motherboard in, so then I need to get to the underside of the motherboard, but I've already screwed it into the case. Stuff like that just kept on happening. It was great fun. Warriorcraft, nice rocket, thanks very much. It's technically a satellite, I think. Sort of, maybe. I suppose it does have a return nozzle on there, but, you know, most satellites, most communication satellites and stuff like that, most companies put, at least have cold gas control systems. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, on there. But anyway, yeah, as I say, we are going to go do a moon mission. I'm gonna use this notepad for the first time in, forever. Moon mission. I think we're just going to go for a flyby to start with, because, you know, as I say, it is the first thing we've done after putting this thing up in orbit. There's the planet. All right, we've only really left the atmosphere a couple of times before now, and this is the first one that's proper solidly gone up to stay in orbit. And, you know, of course, we went for equatorial just because, you know, that's a thing we do. All right, Mun mission flyby. We're gonna have one Kerbal. I don't know whether this is going to be a scientist. I would like to send a scientist. I can spell today, honestly. I'm sure that's still wrong, but whatever. Sciencist. There we go. Still not right, but whatever. We need parachutes. We need power in both the storage and in the production side. Science actually needs doing. All that we can do. Man, what is up? Science. That's nice and easy. Well, you are only sending one. Yeah, it's sending one. What is up with my typing today? It's not even just my typing, just everything in bad. Why am I only sending one? Cause weights. Let's go to the Space Center. Let's hide this back down. Let's go and see what we could do. If it's going to be a flyby, actually, you might be right. We could probably send them in a double ender of power. Put something like this. Put a Mark 1 on one side, something in the middle, Mark 1 on the other side. Let's get rid of you. Let's come on in here and see what we can do. I think it's time for another little bit of caffeine here. So you suggesting we take one of these and then maybe a little bit of science in between, strap some stuff to that, and then afterwards, whoop whoop. So put a pilot up there and a scientist down below. What happened during the last 4 minutes? We had a look at our scan site satellite and we wrote some stuff, and I realised that I can't spell scientist. I mean, that's what? So there we go. I'm sure it's just the pressure of the stream. Normally it wouldn't get to me so much, but today it has, and I don't know why. How about something like that under there? Pop this one up here. Pop this guy under here, and then we've got a flange to play with and stick other stuff inside of. I like the word flange. Let's go for things like the mystery goo container. I probably wanted to put some sort of snap on there, and then we could have thermo and pressure mat. cool. Honestly, before landing on the moon, I'll get the ability to grab surface. Yep, that's why I say flyby. Flyby is just going into the moon's sphere of influence. I don't know why I had to put that in a Canadian accent. The moon's sphere of influence. And coming back with all the science, right? That's ideally just high science. I can't actually put it sort of within the footprint, can I? I'd like to be able to, because this is going to help us land, right? So that parachutes, all the parachutes. We just need to be able to stop. If we could stop, that would be great. I don't think we're going to need any sort of communication system. I'm going to overload the parachutes because we're quite heavy here. Then you only need one bus. I will send a satellite to scan the surface of the moon as well on that mission. I think you have overconfidence in the size of payload that we can send with the stuff that we've got. So let's say that with our payload, that's not the one I wanted. I wanted the engineering outlay. So we've got 30 parts with 140 tons, right? I reckon at least, you can see, we only threw a couple of basic things together here, and we're already at 11 parts. So we've got to try and make a lifter out of something like 15 parts. Now, fair enough, we have got the big, I say big fuel tanks, these fuel tanks here. So that should help. Let's see what we can put together, right? If there's room for another satellite, or if there's room to fit the ScanSat on there. Ooh. I mean, to be fair, once we've done this flyby and got the good science, what I'm aiming for is communication relays. Because we need communication relays, and then we'll do all the satellite stuff to do all the scanning. Yeah, that's my plan. All right, so we do a flyby. We do a flyby of the moon first, and then after that, it's all the comms satellites. That's also not right. I learned how to spell this the other day. Satellites. I know there's an E in here somewhere. That'll do. So we've got all the science. We've got power, production, and storage. No, we haven't. So let's do that right now. We need some power production up top. Do we need the storage? We do need the storage. And I'm going to put it underneath the parachute up here. I think that's great. Definitely need, instead of capsule, you can put a probe core and scan send. What you said, instead of this second capsule, we could put the probe core on top. We don't have a small decoupler. That's also an issue. Look, what we can do is put that on here. So if we jam this up here, you know, in the great gentle way that we jam stuff around, and then we have one of these over this way and one of these over this way. Do we think 2 parachutes can arrest our momentum? That's a question right there, because what I want to do is break this off of here. I don't think we're going to be able to do the multiple missions per mission, because even if I now do this, get a little Probodyne thing, get a... We don't need that. That's not going to fit anywhere. So with the Probodyne... wait. There's something I can merge with this. ComSat level 1. This is literally the lowest level ComSat that I can put together. I've got a merge button here, and we can do... the root part is not right. How can I put this on here? The root part is not right. Okay, we need to save this mission. What's this mission name? This mission name, it's the first to the moon. I'm not going to call it a pub. We're going to call it Ra. Sun gods, right? Let's save that. Right, now we're going to open ComSat 1. We're going to load it up, and then we're going to change the root part so that we can use the system that really should do this automatically. Open up Ra back again, and then open ComSat, load, merge. It's a lot of mucking about. Did you drop the idea of aerodynamics in this pack? Well, I mean, like, do you not think that's aerodynamic? Does that not remind you of the smooth, sleek stylings of the Peregrine Falcon? Are you not reminded of the shape of a bullet?
No. It looks more like the thing that, like, the big Star Destroyer caught up with at the beginning of New Hope.
Oh, well, the Corellian cruiser or whatever. Yeah. No, I definitely hear what you're saying there. You don't need the engine and fuel tank on the satellite. Well, just dump it. Wow, I don't want to just dump it. That's the problem, because then this will have no way of moving about. The root part is wrong. Let's go you. No, actually, I wanted you to be the root part. Okay, so let's grab you here. Delete. Let's put in a thing. All right, so are we going to... I mean... We could just send someone along with a claw later on to pick them up, right? Yeah. It's just a thing, right? Bullets in the near future be like, what, with the big old ring here? This is what I reckon. That ring's very important. All right, so what have we got? We've got 25 out of 30 parts. I don't think we're going to be able to build it, but let's have a look. Let's close this down. What do we need to get for a flyby past the... No, that's why this needs the fuel tank, because this is only flybying. This only needs to go up to 10 things. Yeah. Okay, so, I mean, if this has got 4, do you reckon that's anywhere near as good? I don't even know whether this will make the distance to the moon. It's here somewhere. Communication. Okay. So level 1. I've got a level 2 Deep Sky Network actually. 1,518. I believe. Don't quote me at this, but I believe the moon is at 10, or it might be 1,000. You don't have better antenna. Yeah, that's what I've been saying. That's why I wanted to do the flyby, so I could go and get the science for the bird. I'm pretty sure I opened with that. Alright, out of tea, only energy drink left to go. So I think, because that doesn't need to transmit or relay or anything like that, no, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to just go with the flyby, and we will go for another second beautiful moon trip. That will do wonders. I do like the idea, though. I do like the idea of sending... Where is it? This guy along for the road. We need a name for our probe. I don't know. If you want to come up with a great one, I will be all in favour of using it. And we'll stick the parachute on top. And then suddenly we have something that we can send a scientist along with, right? Because all I need to be able to do is point. I don't necessarily need to be able to point prograde or anything like that. I just need to be able to point. All right, that's good. Woo. All right. Inventory. I don't have access to monoprop, so we're going to get rid of that. I'm going to... Oh, yeah, that's nice. Can I change the probe? I can't change the probe. That's a little unfortunate. And the inventory, just to be sure, we're going to send a little spanner along with define naming probe. Well, you know, the AI algorithm that looks after the Kerbals in its care, because obviously I don't really care for pilots. I don't know if you've noticed, but in my Kerbal space program, we definitely like to honour the scientists and the engineers over the pilots, because the pilots just point the stick in the right direction, and you know what? We can definitely get a robot to do that. Science, though, you know, the robots can do science, and you know, I don't want a badmouth opportunity at this moment where we're all still mourning, but it took 14 years to do what a small team of geologists could do in about 6 months, you know. Mun Orbital Probe 1A. Okay, yeah, I mean, that works. All right, let's think about the lifting stage now. Now, this thing, we're just going to ignore that. That is correctional fuel, right? If whatever mistakes I make, we're going to have that at the end to bring us back home with, because that's the way my life works. I need to make sure that I can cover these sorts of things. All right, 15 parts to make a Mun lifter. I think we're in a better position to do that. Now, do we want a middle stage here? I kind of feel like we do. The middle stage could even be just one of these. I would normally put the LV909 here, but like that, we've got ourselves 1,000. Discount AI by Aperture Scientist. Yeah, maybe. Okay, more decoupling down here. I like this. We're going to snag that, and we're going to turn this one off, and then biggity bam. I think 3 is probably the ideal number down here. How are we doing? 21 parts. That's pretty good. What are we saying for the staging right now? We're saying it's pretty bad. Oh, look how tall this is. We are going to have issues. Okay, so you're the bottom stage. You shouldn't be firing off at the same time as that one. You two should fire off together, though, and then you two should fire off together. So we've got ourselves 4,240 delts. Sounds pretty good, but I think we can do better. Do we have things... I mean, we just made power. Let's put my recording on as well. That would help. We've just figured out the power... Science is the word that I'm looking for here. So that unfortunately means we haven't done the fuel pumping. Now, fuel pumping would definitely be a thing that would enable us to put more liquid boosters on the outside, which would mean we could use this fuel tank, which would be so much better. We could even have drop tanks. No, we couldn't. We haven't got the to weight ratio to worry about that. So we're going to need some solid hammers. Bam. All right, that's nice. That's nice. Let's have a look and see what we've got on the delts so far. It's doable, but I feel underpowered. It's doable, but I feel underpowered. What happens if I take this one off and just kind of drop a bit of the weight? Which I know is a lot of the fuel, but sometimes there's a payoff to be made like that when you're just using a single engine underneath. 466. Yeah, that might do. It would still get me pretty close. I'm wondering whether we actually... Why don't you do the flyby of Minmus? Because flyby-wise, it's actually easier to get to the Mun. But we could do a flyby of both, to be fair. Once this one works, we'll just do the other one, right? I want to go down in number like that. That'll give me room to put some fins on, because this bad boy ain't going to fly well. You just know it's not. I know it's not. Let's put that there. That's exactly 30 parts, almost like it was planned out ahead of time. Wish me luck, because I do not know whether 4,000 delts is going to be enough. Don't know. All right, we are just going for the moon science. We've only got a couple of slots here, so there's only stuff we can do. Marcus Gardner, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Welcome. You should prepare for a mission where you fly by a boat. There is... So obviously Jebediah is out in the water. I'm sure you guys remember about that. And at some point I'd like to do a failed unmanned mission in big inverted commas that has certain parts on it that we can like crash into the water and then he can build a boat out of. I think that would be a good plan. Marcus is good. Yeah, I'm good too, buddy. Thanks very much. I've got a feeling this is going to end up being not a particularly good mission. It's very long and noodly. I can see long noodly things setting up. So maybe we could just use the what's it called? Gravity turn. Maybe that'll do. It's a mod that I installed literally to do the beginning launch for me. Okay, Zed has given me a 36% chance of success. Has it gone up with the name? Did I rename it? No, we called it Ra, didn't we? Maybe we should call the top capsule Ra and everything else Mop. I mean, it looks like a mop. Might be mopping a couple of people off the ground. It's true. It's true. All right, how's our ScanSat doing? There it is over there. Seems to have done a thing. Obviously, we didn't have any batteries to put on at the time, so it backside of the planet every time. There's a bit of a gap there. It's life. That's life. All right, so I am looking... Why is the sun going down? All right, we're going to do this like this then. We're going to gravity turn. I'm going to go first best guess. I'm not going to change any of the priorities here. Where can I put this that's most out of the way? Up there? I think that works. Okay, let's watch as this expertly puts itself into orbit, right? This gone up by 20%. That's nice. That's nice. All right, pitch is a turning. Whether it's going to have the control that's needed, I don't know. All right, here comes for our first little bit of staging here. We have lost some thrust, to say the least. We are losing a little bit of speed, but I think we should be okay. I think we should be all right. We're slowing down. Are we slowing down the slowing down? That's the question here, though. I don't think this has got the oomph. What do you guys think? Do you think this has got what it takes? Okay, it's actually climbing back up again, so it might be fine. I've got a feeling we probably lost a little bit to our losses there. So I've installed Waypoint Manager today. It's put a whole bunch of extra stuff on my screen that I wasn't really expecting. When we were watching the ScanSat probe earlier, I could see the Boomerang launch pad occasionally, so that was quite interesting to note. I just really wanted to watch the sunrise again from its setting, so I thought that's a nice bit of like, I don't know, footage demonstration of the way the world actually works. Yeah, I like it. I like it. You can watch the sunset and then you go up and you watch it rise again. Amazing. I wonder if there's any places you can do that IRL. I'm not well, maybe like taking an elevator. You can stand at the bottom of like the Burj Khalifa or something, watch the sunset, and then take the elevator all the way up to like the observation deck that they have up there, and be like, look, I can watch it again. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be down with that. I've now got a 10% chance of success of this. I'm inclined to agree that this does not feel like it's Gilly's finest drive here. Probably more to do with the state of the ship than anything. And also, we don't have an engineering chip on board, so I have no idea how much... Why are you reading this? Welcome. How are you doing? Nice to see you, buddy. We're trying a robotic launch if you want. And I'm not sure... I'm not sure that we've done it. To be honest. How are you guys feeling out there? You need to design the MOP 1B. I think you might be right. The thing is real. The sunset's 2 minutes later at the top of the Burj in comparison to sea level at Dubai. All right, bam. Coming through some real world knowledge without even realising it. I'm good like that. I am good like that. So we're going to have half the fuel list. Now, obviously, like... these last moments of fuel are some of the best ones. But what I might do, as you can see, we're carrying 2 engines here. There's an engine in there, and that's just some like last second correction fuel. What I might do is just like drop this engine and this decoupler, and just have this as a single unit. That will then allow us to put an engineering unit on, but also enough room to make some extra changes downstream of the design here, because we are full on about to run out of fuel, and no. All right, let's revert flight to vehicle assembly. No, we're not going to watch Gilly die. You're bloodthirsty, sent back of fuels. No. Okay, so new plan, if we can do this, is to break this here. Yep, break it. You heard me. I probably want a heat shield coming back from like the outer, well, from the moon. Probably want a heat shield. Let's do this. How long has the stream been streaming? 20 minutes, and we've only had to restart once. Look at that, brilliant. And then I also wanted, the last thing on here was one of these, just to make sure we can tell everything that's going on, because whilst we have a scientist on board, for some reason he can't do the mathematics involved. Maybe put this up here. Just be a little bit more space efficient. That will also mean we can then move these up. I only put one of them down though, trying to just kind of bring the parachutes a little higher up so that when we come plummeting down during Kerbal plummet program, I kind of feel like I want to turn them around so that angle is a bit better there. Should we see what happens there? But yeah, when we come plummeting down in Kerbal plummet program, that looks a lot better actually. We can save ourselves somewhere. Can you leave the space capsule in space? I don't know actually what this lot. I really don't know. The real question is, heat shield jettison is staged or not staged. There's no way of putting like auto decouplers in here, because I have seen a mod that actually allows you to have auto decoupler right there, just sort of added extra. Alright, so what have we got here? We've got much better to weight ratios. That's the first thing we've got. We're no longer like at minus numbers when we make the first stage there. The next thing is, what can we do about extending our range? Now, I am tempted to do something like this, the 2.5 delta V, not delta V, to weight ratio. No, it doesn't really save me anything in the long run. In fact, it tells me I don't. What about there? Yeah, it's a bit hard to tell. So what have we got to play with now? We've still got 30 parts. I suppose I took 2 out and I've put 2 back. 4, 6. It's not going to be enough, really, is it? takes 3.5 to get. Let's have a look. Where is it? Where is it? Over here somewhere. KSpedia. If we go down to the resource map, you can see the mun flyby, which is what we want here. It's 3, 4, 8 plus 4 is 12, so it's 4, 2, right? And that's 4, 6 according to this. 4, 6. So the gravity turn should put us on order. Should put us on order. Oh, I've just lost connection on OBS. How's it feeling for you guys over there? Is everything working out? I wonder why it just completely changed there. Also, hey, welcome back. Hey. Sorry?
It's not me.
Is it not you? Alright, it's not you. Then I want to know who just walked in behind me. Alright, let's try this again. It is all just my imagination. Okay, let's turn that off. So the numbers should ring true. Is everyone happy with the fact that I've done my theory at least a little bit correct? Don't laugh after just walking in and hearing that. Oh, you didn't even... Oh. Alright, first guess. Let's see how we can do here. Launch. Bang into the ground. Hey Jackson, how you doing? I don't think we're going to bang into the ground. This is the first moon mission. Rah! We should have really picked a lunar god, shouldn't we? The moon god. Quick, I need everybody's favourite lunar gods in the chat. We're going to rename this mission on the fly. What's your favourite? I don't actually know many lunar gods now that I stop and think about it. This ScanSat is still hardly at working. Yeah, that ScanSat, man. It's just the way. It's just, why are we still dropping in thing? We should be like positive to weight ratio. Satan, is the Satan your favourite lunar god? Fair enough. Luna, but from Exalted. Luna's good. I don't know. I don't think I want to call my first moon mission Luna. I mean, maybe we'll call it Luna. All right. Button moon. Yeah, that's something that most like. Does anybody watching this have any idea about button moon? Okay. Why has I suddenly got a whole bunch of complaints about connectivity? How is people's experience?
So is it just me? Like my body cuts your...
It might be. Let me just double check that Steam's not been like, oh yeah, I'm gonna quickly start doing stuff in the background whilst you're not playing technically the Steam game. No, that's looking fine to me. Okay, I might just shut Steam down. It's not necessary. Get out of here. Okay, looking good. We're flying well. About to burn through this bottom stage, which is kind of where we want to be. That's fine, actually. I can live with that. I can live. All right, so OBS has stopped giving me problems, but YouTube is still telling me there are problems underway. You would name the mission Long Shot. Ah, Zed, always here to give me a confidence boost. But all right, yeah, well, Long Shot. That's not too bad. It's probably the best one I've seen so far. I don't really want to name it Satan. I'm sure you can understand why. Where is it? Where is it? You're here somewhere. Control rename vessel. It's a ship. Long Shot. Yeah, let's call that accept. like the margins on this one are a little tight. Just a little tight. Should be alright. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so we are up to 47 kilometers in the air, 55 kilometers if we just cut our engines now and let ourselves coast on up. We are 50 seconds away from that point if we were to cut our engines and carry on. Sofa to the Munular surface. I always like putting an extra L in there. I kind of feel like Munular is better than Munar. Yeah, it just doesn't seem to roll off. We are building up an awful lot of speed. We're just about to cross 2 kilometers a second, which sounds pretty good. Think about somewhere that's 2 kilometers away, and then imagine getting there in less than a second. Wow, that's the thing. And still nothing compared to orbital velocity, like actual real orbital velocity, not like Kerbin's like 1/8 the size or something like that. Sauna to the moon. I'm really sold on the idea of a sauna to the moon. But first we need to figure out how to collect water in something before we can start warming it up with our rocket nozzles. Let alone how we're going to keep it contained on the surface of the moon. Is that... Oh no, coasting. Time to match. 50 seconds. We're actually got like positive orbit here. That's crazy. It doesn't normally give us a positive periaps. Twitchi is the technical name, the Mun Orbital Probe series. Yes. Honestly, naming it Satan is better than naming it God. Maybe Zed, maybe. It's more paying homage to the rich cultural diversity that we have as a species, you know. All the different names we have for that big rock in the sky. Pretty good. All right, so I mean, like, are we even close? Have we got to wait like a legit 5 minutes before this is going to be like, yeah, no, we're good now? Can I ×2, ×3, ×4? It does keep giving a little like. So if the moon is called Mun, is the sun called Soon? I like your thinking, man. I like your thinking. Remember the F-20? I built an F-22 badly. This is why I kept on being like, dude, I'm going to destroy your hopes and dreams if you want me to build an F-22. Because it was bad. Trust in the machine. I do trust in the machine. What I don't trust is the small transfer that I need to do from machine control to my control to get this into an actually circular orbit, which should probably come up into a view like this. Like, beautiful. Oh, it's not showing me. There we go. I want to see this. Launch success. All right, we are there. Great success, guys. Great success. Are you using some life support mod? I am. I'm using snacks. Let's come back inside here and show you that we are using snacks. He does also produce soil after eating snacks, which I hope I can use in my farming mod. But, you know, there we go. No, there's no water in the life support mod, I'm afraid. Sorry. It's just food, because that's all the Kerbals want, is snacks, right? I want to try and make the smallest actual push into orbit here. So 33, let's just try and get this right up to 75. Yeah, something like that. Can we there we go. If I can do that maneuver, no matter how bad the error, it's human. No matter how bad the disaster, it's human error. Yeah, probably. But if we can do this tiny little thrust into orbit here, that will give us maximum fuel. Not feeling great about it. Will give us maximum fuel to perform this flyby. All right, here goes. We're going to use near enough half of the first of our 900. Did that make sense? First about, like, we've got 900s of delta V and we're about to use 50, so we're going to use the first about. yeah, I probably could have put that across in a better way. Let's get this facing the right way, and we just use the probe core for what it's here for, just to focus that way. Now, the other thing I want to do, of course, is to click in here, and we want to hibernate in warp. Auto and hibernation currently on, if possible. He should, or it should have, stabilized us anyway. Operation Longshot. No, it's just Longshot. This craft is called Longshot, right? We are a minute and a half off of our destination, well, at least our first circularization burn. I'm gonna wait till we're well, actually what I'm actually gonna do is wait for this thing to start counting down a little bit closer. I'm probably gonna wait till it's about 5 seconds or so, maybe a little bit beforehand, because I want to like panic and try and get myself facing in the right direction. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press Z. Circularized, right? A little bit overdone. So a little bit overdone, but I'll take it. Let's have a look. 77 rather than 75. And we're still at 80 on that one. Okay, that's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good. Is this a two-way mission? It's a flyby and return. Zed doesn't think so. but I think we can do it. I don't want to set that as a target. I want to set the moon as a target. All right, we got this. Look at that. Without even the target, we're within 0.1 degree. I'm feeling good. I don't like the fact that we're going to have to make a burn at sunset there. Does that mean that I could have gone straight from... Yeah, I probably could have. Straight from the KSC. Now, we are just doing the smallest of flybys. There is a place that I would be able to do this. There we go. And get a return. Look at that. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. The trick is to go as lowly as possible, you know, get through as small as possible. Now we've got 884 and it reckons it's an 804. Oh, to say the margins are tight is an understatement. Can I have the real one of these, please? There's a no, I don't. Waypoint manager, please. I want to change this maneuver now. How about if we look that way? No, am I just not allowed? Is that it? Are we like locked in now? Oh, we're control locked. Oh, come on now. Really? Is that really the case? Okay, can I warp around a little bit more? I want to see if I can pull a little bit more off and still have a similar effect. So we're probably going to be flying Dead Reckoning once we leave, judging by the control lock. So good luck. I wish that adding lights to the craft in KSP was less of a hassle. I know, right? Unless you count a second way as crashing into the ocean as Twitchi panics and the parachutes fail to deploy. Kerbal's right there. Last layers, no. No, I mean, like, it should be fine. It'll be fine, guys. It'll be fine. Okay, can we bring this down? Not too much more, no. Ooh. Okay, can we get this working for us? Not like that, so we push up. No. There's definitely a way of freeing this back. The last thing I want to do, and we all know how this is going to end, is that I don't want to end up getting my Kerbal to get out and push. Because that could happen. Now, there should be a way. This must be the minimum point of entry, right? Is that closer? There. Did you see that? 47. I was going to have to think. I do not think you can get out of the spacecraft. That is a good point, Zed. So even more exact. What are snacks? Snacks are foods, just as you would imagine them to be. Kerbal has 3 snacks a day to feast upon. Oh man, this is gonna be tight. Well, wish me luck, guys. Quick save. Let's do it. We are masters of reality. We can change this as we see fit. All right. 24 seconds to go. Margin for error too low, unlikely for success. I happen to agree, but I've saved it, so that kind of means we got a slightly higher probability of doing it the 3rd time, right? Because that's how my Kerbal game works. If at first you don't succeed, hit the reload and try again. All right, here we go. Let's get that burn going. Full throttle is a winner here. I want to try and keep on top of the blue marker because that's very important. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to clear this and we're just going to push until we get a moon encounter, please. Okay, we've got 6 meters per second to come back from. I mean, that's too high, but whatever, we'll come back. I know the return trajectory should put me back, but whatever. Now I want to go and disable my engines. Shut down all engines. Just so I can't waste that in a stupid way. Also, we have the decouplers, right? The decouplers can push us, right? So if all else fails, I'm not going to come back over here, so we're going to have to build a plane, right? I best come back somewhere decent. Oh, well, we're off to the moon. we are off to the moon. Warp up here. Let's see how it goes. I want to watch out the corner. Just imagine if fuel would actually evaporate over time. Yeah, imagine if it was actual cryogenic fuel. I totally agree. I'll tell you something we have forgotten about. Okay, that's cool. I didn't forget too much. The fact that we've got these solar panels here, I should keep them roughly in sunlight, right? Can we point towards ye olde normal vector? Okay, and that should keep us charged like that. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's radioactive pudding. I like the chocolate pudding stuff. It's been especially irradiated for the Kerbals. It's why they're green. It's gamma radiation. Actual collection of the science, 1.2%. Odds of successfully returning back to the planet, 12%. Oh, you spoil me with your overestimation mods. Odds, not mods, odds. Okay, that was the noise that I was hearing for. Did you hear it? I heard it. Look at that. We've suddenly got all sorts of stuff to do. Okay, deploy everything that's not EVA. Look at all these points. Oh, take all of these, thank you. And then, we can't get him out for EVA. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so we are currently science heavy. Do I get a save here? Do I do a quick save here? If I do Alt F5, is that the right button? I thought that was the right button. Okay, maybe not then. Control F5? Well, we've quick saved here whether we like it or not. There's no going back. That was not the button. What was the button to make a quick save that's like got a name? I thought it was Alt F5. It turns out I am wrong. Not touching Shift F5. Burn immediately to the lower re-entry height. You see this blue marker here. As soon as I get out of there, I will make that very burn. That is my plan. I'm not sure how many passes, like how deep should we take it? What's everybody's favourite aero braking part? Now, obviously, from the moon, we should be relatively fine to do whatever height we want to do. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I literally cannot do any of the collections that I want to do because my Kerbal is just too low a level. Well, it's not my Kerbal, it's my mission control center, if I remember correctly, that's too low a level. What's the button I want to press here? That goes down, that goes up. It's just, I like the way that I'm popping out just a little beyond Apple Apps. I can understand why it's not at Apple Apps because obviously we had to come through the moon and that was probably the best place we were going to do that. Do I actually have connection popping back right there? Is that really what's going on? Hi moon, how's it going? There's Kerbin. Kerbin. Moon. Kerbin. Moon. 28 meters and 2 millimeters. I might go for the 28 kilometers. That sounds like a play. But honestly, it's all about whatever the 6 meters per second gets us, right? Okay, let's face that way. I want to slow down, right? That is the slow down node, right? Yeah, I think I've got this right. A lot of things could go wrong here. All right, activate engines. Look at the map. Feel massive apprehension about how this is going to go down. And slowly throttle up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, we are just in... Oh, no. Oh, I've played this game before. Oh, this is literally as bad as it can be. Use the decoupler to accelerate yourself. I agree. Let's do that. This is the state. In fact, let's do it from here. No, not the heat shield. This one. Decouple. Okay, that's a few more meters per second. Took me down 5 kilometers though. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't want to like, you know, put a jinx on it or whatever, but that's pretty good. What is this? Oh, is that my second? Oh, you guys ready? Let's watch the ScanSat view while we're doing that. Oh, look at this. Oh, we're doing all right actually. We're doing all right. I wonder if Ba-bing! Conduct a low-resolution ScanSat survey of Kerbin. We did that whilst we were sciencing. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful. Any particular reason he's using such a weak rocket? The limitations that are brought about from career mode. It's pretty much the reason there. Limitations brought about from career mode. Okay, well, here we go. Let's go down. There was a point at the beginning of the stream where you were happy to see everything we got up to. Do I actually want to point this like radial out for this first couple of passes? Use photon pressure to push it. You know what? I've put a solar sail mod on. So I mean that's not as silly an idea as you might think. Okay, do I want to face that? I don't like the fact that's already getting hot. Meh, I don't like the fact that's happening. Alright, so we need some deep philosophical topics to discuss whilst we go through our ridiculous aero break of doom. It's going to take a few of these, I think. There's no I think about it. It's going to take a few of these. I also want to like turn off my SAS just to see. Oh no, no, don't tell me we are aerodynamically pointed the other way. That would be terrible. We're gonna see what happens during this first low pass. We're already on our way back up. Crazy, crazy. What is love? Yeah. Well, we all know that it's the interplay between oxytocin and your brain chemistry, an evolutionary strategy to help species with a K-type breeding program. I can't remember what the other type is, but you got the species whose reproductive plan is to just spam it out, right? And I can't remember what letter they gave those, but like insects and stuff, they do that, right? Whereas we put a lot of investment into a single thing, or you know, some multiple thereof, but not hundreds of thousands every week, unless you grow up on a council estate. But to make that more viable, or so the man doesn't go running off immediately, we came up with this concept, you know, of love that keeps on trying to make you do silly things that you know are not wrong. The thingy my dog won't stop giving. Yeah, I mean, I hear dogs love a lot. So I'm gonna relaunch my request. Can you build a box kite inspired box kite? Yeah, probably, man. Yeah, probably. It's been a while since I've seen a box kite, actually. Yeah, we can definitely do that. We can definitely do that. All right, let's have a look and see what's going on. We are back up high. Let's not worry about that. Let's just go all the way around. Does an AI need to love itself in order to modify itself? No, not at all. In fact, it might be preferable that it didn't like the bits that it's trying to get rid of, right? Is there a way? Yes, there is a way. Kerbal alarm clock. We're going to add long shot. Do we have the re-entry? What's the word that I'm looking at? The re-entry condition. Because I would really like to set an alarm here for when it goes through. All right, let's go. Does anybody know how long it took us to go through the atmosphere there? Does anybody know how long it took us to go through the atmosphere? If we set a 3-minute alarm before hitting periaps, we've got a day. What can we go do in a day? Would it need to know what it likes to keep the things that it wants to prefer? So I think what we've got is a fuzzy definition of like. All right. Does it need to know what it likes? No, it needs to know what it considers efficient, though, or what it needs to know a reward framework to work towards, right? It needs to know something that it's going toward, and that would definitely be, in modern parlance, it's like. What is your favorite object from any piece of fiction? My favorite object from any piece of fiction. Oh, that's a hard one to call, because you've got things out there that are like unbelievably powerful. For instance, the sonic screwdriver, right? You know, but I wouldn't say the sonic screwdriver is my most favorite piece of technological equipment out there. Is that an algorithm or an AI? Isn't an AI not a complex collection of algorithms? Okay, we're down here to have a quick look at the science we've got. See if we can spend it on anything approaching aerodynamics. Yes, we can. So I'm going to spend those points on aerodynamics so that we can build a thing. The portal, yeah, actually, the portal gun is a pretty amazing concept. Like the whole just like keeping your momentum going. That's crazy. So box kite, hey, box kite. Let's type some stuff into a browser here. Let's come over to the browser. Hi guys, how you doing? I just want to get some rough images. Yeah, this is what I was thinking of, this one in particular. Now, which way do we want to fly it? That's the question, because this looks like it's being flown this way, which doesn't really scream like I want to build something like that. Can we click on that, please? I want to build something like this. Look at this. A couple of box sections. You could put a Kerbal in the middle there. I would imagine it wants to fly that way, but it's probably like not the way it wants to fly, right? I mean, look at this as well. They're pretty nice. They're pretty nice. The portal gun is the most powerful weapon ever designed. Yeah, just don't open a portal on the moon. Suddenly you're like losing stuff. Oh, look at this. NASA box kite construction kit. Bam. This is what that's exactly the people we need to follow. Is NASA's thing, right? From Pinterest. Get out of here. Alright, I feel like we have got enough information here. Let's go back to the scene, to the space plane hangar. So there we go. We're going to start with you. And we're going to go with these wing types. So maybe turn these up yon and then use the wonderful world of connectors to do that. Let's just see what we can do with this first box. And then maybe, yeah, I'm gonna go with that blue box and black wing design that we just saw. Actually, I know it's a little off of what we would imagine to be the original. I think what I want to do actually. Are we ready for some craziness? Are we ready for some crazy? No. There we go. That's crazy. You want to get crazy? I'll show you crazy. So we pop those that way. Slide it down to here. Maybe one more. Does that look? They're not the same size length. Oh no, it's not a symmetrical part. What am I supposed to do? Okay, so that's a little bit better. I tried to build a boxcraft as an interceptor for the collaborative warfare and all that, but I couldn't get the mods running right. That's a shame. Yeah, collaborative warfare probably hasn't worked for some time now. It's quite an old thing. It's quite an old thing. I also want to then put this back to that so that... No, there we go. So that we can do this to monetize, lol. This is going to go and pick up Bob, I suppose. That's kind of the thing we need to do, is pick up something that's going to go pick up Bob when he inevitably lands wherever it is he lands, because there's no way we're landing anywhere near the chaos. Ooh. What is this? Hang on. I have stumbled my way into something that obviously is a terrible aircraft. Let's all be honest here. It is a terrible aircraft, but put the Weasley on the back here. I wish there was a better way of keeping fuel in here that wasn't the engine. I mean, like, technically I've got some fuel tanks up here. This one, the Mark 0. Yeah, we could probably do the Mark 0 actually. Let's do those over here. I want to put you guys... Yeah, actually, like that. And then the Weasley engine on the back. Yeah, I like this. And then some sort of scoopy bit on the front. I have no idea if this is going to work, but wow. But with a strong enough engine. Okay, yeah. So now we need to figure out, will this fly? I mean, the area of lift is a little bit, the center of lift is a little forwards. Probably should have moved the box back rather than these. I kind of feel like these being forwards are kind of integral to the design, the aesthetic, if you will. The fuel tank was stuck onto the wing rather than... That's fine. I'm alright with that. I'm all right with that. Okay, let's try that. Let's see. I mean, how do you guys feel about this? How do you guys feel about this? Scoopy bit. Yeah, scoopy bit. Scoops the air, right? Kind of want like some forward. I feel like Zed probably feels the same way about this as I'm feeling right now, but it's all good. It'll work. It'll work. Pull this down. Yeah. I mean, work's a very interesting word, right? It can mean a whole host of things. Put one of those there and then one of these here. I really doubt this will actually take off land or anything useful, but we'll try it. Does that look like they might some way be the same height? Alright, who feels sick just looking at this thing? I think I might. I definitely need... Oh, I've got some now. Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got them now. What you can do about it? I've actually got some control on my crafts, and now I've got no one to blame but myself when things go horrifically wrong. Disable the motion simulation. Probably a good idea, to be fair. Probably a good idea. Alright, let's get that back like that. Okay. If this flies. We need a name. We need something. It's obviously a concept vehicle. So what do we call a concept vehicle? It's like the X. Please call it the Neum machine. You keep amazing me with the capacity of breaking all the AI protocols in so many ways. Xnium. There we go. That's what we're going to call it, the Xnium. We might need a pilot. So far, I've managed to kill all my pilots. I should probably point this out. Let's get Gustos. I'm sure you were a scientist last time we looked, right? All right, let's get the pilot. Can I not? Oh, we've got our max Kerbals again. But you're like dead. Can we dismiss someone who's missing? I'm not sure what missing means. Alright, Merbera. It was sad to see you go, but there we go. We've got you. Alright, let's do this. Gustos. Launch. Give me whatever the guy was on when he did. It's taurine, I think. Hang on, let's have a read at what we got here. Water, sugar, glucose, fructose syrup, citric acid, taurine, 0.4%, acidity regulator, trisodium citrate, flavorings, color, caffeine, 0.03%, 0.4% taurine, but 0.03 caffeine. Wow, okay. Alright. I want everyone to wish Gustav good luck, because I don't think he's going to survive this. Feels a little... I see what's going on here. Let's turn the direction off on both of these. They are separate, so I have to do them separately. Okay, that's a little bit better. We got some steering on the front wheel, which is a little scary, but that's all right. We can live with it. I want to roll down to there. We should really put a flag next to the monument at some point, or the monolith. May the odds forever be in your favor. But they are not. Okay. I feel like we've got everything we need here to do our first inspired by box kite design flight. Can we get an inside view here? Yeah, I thought that would be clipping through. All right. Good luck, Gustav. You know what? This is feeling much more steady than I thought it would. No! Get out of here. You're having a laugh. Well, there we go. We are flying. Let's close the landing gear. What's the range on this thing? Quite a lot, actually, isn't it? Okay, let's go back here and go chase cam. Okay, I'm down with the chase cam. Oh. Oh, we've lost oh no! Oh no! There we go. He's back. He's back. I love the Kerbal G limits. Let's slow down, shall we? Actually flies better than everything we've designed so far. Yeah, I agree. It does actually fly better than everything I've designed so far. So, mate, it's almost like getting access to the better wing parts was something that was holding me back. It's crazy. Crazy. All right, let's try and take a landing here. All right, this is where it goes wrong. Do you know what we forgot to put on this thing? Parachutes. Parachute would have gone a long way to saving my life. Okay, do you reckon we can put a robot core on the front of this? You reject this reality. Okay. Do we reckon we can put a robot core on the front of this and have him go pick up Bob when it comes back? I kind of do. I've got far too high here. Let's try and get back down. Somewhere. There we go. I feel like this is not bad. This is not good. We're just coming down like a plummeting stone. I am super worried about... we've got reverse thrust on this thing, right? Reverse thrust. Okay, let's get down there. Full throttle. Hopefully we can lose the speed as we're falling. I may have dug the nose in. But, as always, I make designs where everybody's safe. Another perfect landing. Beautiful. Beautiful. I doubt he can exit the spacecraft. You might be right there. Can he get in the spacecraft? Alright, let's go back and do the next one. Space plane hangar. We need to find out whether he can get in and out the spacecraft. If it's a design that's going to go get someone, we need to make sure that he can get someone. Oh, that was tasty. All right. To move you... I mean, do we just want to go up? Yeah, we do just want to go up there. Nah, I'm not sold on that. Right, does that work? Does that work? Can we take this? I want to take you off. Hey, number 3, how's it going? If you keep on reverting, the alarm clock will never activate. Yeah, it's probably a good shout, actually. I want to put you on here instead. Hey, another 3 anyway. How you doing, buddy? Hope you're having good times. All right. What else do we need to make sure this guy never dies? We need we need a solar panel up on top, right? I'm sure that can we get this the right way up, please? Okay, that looks like the right way up. If I turn that off, that might be a little bit better. Okay, just pop that there like that, right? All the power you ever need to control a single person. Yeah. No, a single probe core. Okay, that's looking good. Do we have ladders? No, but I'm fairly sure I can... it's that coming up that means it might not actually. Noisy. How about... yeah, moving that up actually changes much more than I thought it would. Okay, let's save it. Let's see if we can get out. Let's just launch it and see what happens. Parachutes are definitely a thing. Great, you're designing a logo, eating Chinese food. I need a logo. You see down the bottom right? Bottom right of the screen. There should be a logo there. I don't have one. Can you make the craft into Discord? You want to make it more survivable? Survivable? EVA. Yeah, he fits. If it fits, the Kerbal sits. Okay, we can get back in here though. Get back in here. Can we get back in? We can't get back in. All right. So it has been spaked. There is definitely a grab there, but yeah. I mean that. All right. We need to make more room. Hey, Alkino, good to see you, buddy. Who needs that? You just stick your foot in the jet engine and use it as a step. Yeah, exactly. See, Zed knows what's going on. Who needs ladders? Okay, let's not revert the flight. Let's just recover. Can we stop rolling, please? Thanks. Let's recover that vessel. School's name with the pictures of the school's patron. Nice. Who's your school's patron? Just out of interest. I know you're now going to quote a name that I won't even been able to pronounce at me. But I'm interested. I'm interested. Got our money back. Good. Gained 1 XP. Woo! Good work, Gustav. Good work. Okay, we are actually a little bit more rich than I thought we were. I was tempted to do things like upgrade the runway. Perhaps the astronaut complex could do with 75 grand. What we got over here? 150 for the strat. I never used. Should we go and have a look? Adam Mikaskowitz, maybe. It's got the weird WICZ on the end. I'm like, ah. All right, should we do one of these? Oh, we need science, right? Let's have a look. Why do all the data crunching ourselves when you can contract external? Okay, so for all funds, you get 1 science for this much. No, I don't really like that. Research rights sellout, so we get money for science. No, that's not what I want. This is what I want. It's the open source tech program, but I can't do it. 5% from gains from contract. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff that I'd like to do in here at some point, but I don't think any of those would be going first. You should get the ability to get out in space. I'm going out in space, man. We gotta go out there. That plane is Fred dusting all over the place. You got it, man. You got it. Is there anything else we need to spend money on? No, I don't think so. Let's have a look how Bill's doing. Bob, whoever his name is. He's not even got up to Apple apps yet. Well, I suppose we did revert, so that makes sense. So how far around upgrade the astronaut complex? Maybe. If anything, I'm going to do the VA. I mean, we've already done the launch pad once. The VAB is expensive. Ooh. Space plane hangar. Okay, so let's go back in then. Buy a phallus font. Nice. Okay, so yeah, definitely parachutes. And we've got to make a little bit more room for Kerbals to walk under this. I'm starting to think maybe I want to do these ones and these ones separate. Yeah, in fact, I definitely want to do that. Okay, so let's change this to that one. Put it on the wrong side. Nice, good, strong. Like that. And if I can, I also want to get this snap to grid that doesn't have what I'm after on it. Okay, fair enough. Let's move this just a little bit up there. And then this can come down until it's about in the middle. It's hard to tell what the middle is. I think these two count as the middle. Like that. Is that middle? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Boxwing, very cool design. Thank you very much. Great Goat on Fire, I believe, was the one who... Oh, I can't scroll up my chat without scrolling in and out of everything. That's terrible. Yeah, Great Goat on Fire is the guy who suggested the design. It was a very cool design, actually. Very cool. I need to make a tweet now. Oh, no. So, I want to grab another one of these, actually. Thanks. And we're going to stick these on radial rather than the other one. And we want to get this. No, I don't want it really local. I like my stuff being absolute. So now I am giving thought to whereabouts I want to have these. Do I actually want these to be totally set? Like, can I get these further back? Oh no, wait. We know what happens when we put stuff further back. We get all sorts of performance issues. It's not a big problem, but that would allow him to get into place properly. Can we get more mass up front? Why don't you copy the fuel tank? Well, I'm kind of feeling like I want fuel up front now. Or at least more stuff up front. Wait. We got stuff that weighs stuff. We want to put Communicatron. I know this is not the stuff that I was talking about that weighed stuff, by the way. But we do have stuff that weighs stuff. In particular, I like batteries. Batteries weigh a lot. Let's have a look here. What have we got? Battery, nice. Pop that on there. Not as much as I was hoping. No, it's back. What am I doing? It's backwards I want it, not forwards. Backwards. Add science to the front. Yeah, maybe I could get like that. Is that on both sides? That is on both sides. That's cool. And then we could put. Look at this. Look. Then we could put these on both sides, and everybody could be like, "That's not the best way to get the parachute on there." And I'm like, "Yep, you got it. We're gonna nosedive down." Yeah, parachutes. Good idea to have backup, and they weigh you down. Yeah. How about we want to hide one at the front here, just the one, to balance out, because that is what's needed. If I do this, it's probably a bit stumpy at the front here, but I'm going to take it. There we go. It's almost like it doesn't know. That's horrible. What am I doing? Maybe turn it more this way. Kind of disappears into it. Kind of. The box design is fair and square. Ah, it's so funny. It hurts. Alright, let's try this one then. I feel like this is probably a little bit better. We need to get... So the test we need to pass here is we need to get Kerbal in and out of the thing. Of course, having wheels also helps. Front should be slightly lower than the back so that we get like that design. Okay, I think this will do for this one. Gudos is still there. Oh, Gustos. Keep in mind, if side wings and top bottom wings don't match, it might get weird. We'll find out. There is a distinct correlation between your design when you don't know what you're doing, and when you start thinking and trying to modify. The more you think about it, the worse it becomes. That may be the case, but we're about to find out because we needed to get Kerbal space in there. Unless you guys had another design, another idea that would actually make it possible for a Kerbal to get in there. Oh, I put my wheels too far back. But we take. Okay, remember we can't do a full power turn immediately because our Kerbals will pass out. But it flies perfect. It flies just as well as the other one. A little slower because we haven't got as much thrust, but yeah, just as well. Little nose down, but that's alright. We can counter that with a little nose up. Alright, sweet. It flies, and it flies quite well. Can we get the Kerbal out of it now? Let's try that. I've got to turn around first. Kill those engines. Who needs an engine after all? Alright, the centre of lift is definitely a bit further back from the centre of mass than it was last flight. A bit more sluggish to turn, but that's kind of alright. It's kind of alright. Alright, we're going to have our ridiculous nosedive again. No, let's try not to do that. An engineering chip wouldn't go amiss, just for some vertical readouts. I mean, I know this is like, oh, you're dropping at 100 meters per second, you should stop that. But I would like to know exactly. You know, it's nice to know sort of what the rate of change is as well. Okay, we're going to lose this bottom wing. Almost definitely going to lose this bottom ring. Getting ready to community strike, you said kill. Lol. Oh, slow down too far. Let's get some more speed. Beautiful, beautiful. Bring it up. Bring it up. Nice. Alright, that's sweet. Beautiful little flight. It's a bit... I was dead engined there. I was dead controlled there. Why did it turn? Alright, I know why. Hang about. Revert to space plane hangar, and let's make sure that doesn't ever happen again. If I remember correctly, these back wheels brakeless. Okay. So the only brake we actually had was on the front wheel. All right, we're going to have to change the design then. No problem. If we get one of these and slap it on the bottom. Yeah, let's put it on the bottom of here. What's the worst that could happen? Does it reach? No, not really. I mean, it kind of does, but we want to have a little bit more than that. So what I'm going to do, I am still going to pop it on the bottom of here, but we're going to use our shift-click hacks to move it. I was kind of hoping it would copy out. Did it go back to 1 after I'd pressed the button? Thanks. Okay, that's better. That's better. Something more like that. Wait, center of mass is there, so we definitely want to get it between the center of mass and center of lift, which gives us a really short wheelbase, but you know, whatever. Can we move this one a bit further forwards? Longer wheelbase. Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's definitely going to clip, so maybe a little bit more room. How many... what's going on here? I only got half my icons. Engineering chip, good idea. Hey, Great Space Emu, how you doing? The engineering chip is definitely a good idea, thinking about... well, reminded, sorry, is the word I'm trying to find there. Let's put this... Turn that off and also that off. Why can't I turn that off? No, I don't want to be radio, I just want to be one. Alright, thanks. Put you at the front and then follow you up with a solar panel. Yeah, alright. And then we want to turn the brakes off on the front. Yeah, maybe 25%, not totally off. And then on the back here, we got like full brakes, 170%. Nice. You're a stale cookie. Oh, my favourite non-sweary insult. It's always follows the format, you know, a couple of whatever's short of a thingy. A couple of sandwiches short of a picnic, a couple of lines of code short of a full game. Couple of brain cells short of a person. I don't know, whichever one you want to go for. I kind of want to turn this around just so it fits in the footprint of the wing. All right, here we go. Let's do some weird stuff. We're gonna pull this around here. Make sure that it's pointed straight. I can't see the part. There we go. Does that look like it's pointed straight? Nope. There, does that look like it's pointed? Yes, much better. And then we pull this one back this way. Oh, look, and we moved the center of mass back. That's good because we got far too far back a center of lift, so that's good. Your mother is open source. I like that. Alright, so that should be a better landing scenario now. Okay, save it, launch it. Can we get the person out? Have you ever heard of a description of a person as a two-popper? No, I can't say I have. It sounds terribly inappropriate. Okay, it sits a little bit better. Let's turn this way. Oh, we got steering issues again. It's no big problem. Okay, can we work our way down? Alright, the first thing I want to check. Stop. Can you get in and out? Okay, that's fine. That's fine. This is fine. Let's jump off. Bup. Oh, Gilly. What are you doing? Gust off, sorry, not Gilly. Gust off. Okay, so can we now... Like, can I tell you to fold that, or do I have to be on this? I have to be on this. So if we press G, we go... It all goes down. Okay, that's good. And then Gustav, busy giving himself heart to heart or something like that. Little oh, a two pooper. Oh no, I can't say I have. Come on. There was a climb there. There we go. We got a climb. All right, so it is accessible. That's the. What is that? That's the main thing to do. Did I? Oh look, I've got snacks on me. So when I'm out and about in EVA, I can eat if need be. That's pretty cool. Did the Apollo astronauts have snacks on them? That's a question there. That's a question. Okay, We just want to do a once turn around, see how it flies, land and recover. And then we'll think about getting Bill back. Or Bob. Whichever one he is. Can anyone remember which one the scientist is and which one the engineer is? Oh, and it lifts. And it lifts, brah. Got a little bit of upwards trim. And we can turn without killing ourselves. Yay, that's good. Test the chutes this time. Oh, test. Yeah, let's test the chutes this time. That's a good shout, actually. That's a good shout. Okay, chutes. Not chutes, sorry. Engines are disabled. Look at my marker there. Beautiful. Let's bring it around. It's pretty sweet. This does fly pretty well. Personal transport vehicle. It's a winner. For a personal transport vehicle, it's definitely a winner. Okay, we're going to drop some landing gear, and then finally this should bring us right down to an appropriate stop. Okay, that front parachute far too powerful. I thought this might be the case. I can't get my nose down enough. So we need to bring the front parachute back a bit. It's no problem. It's like I got to do one better than you. Yeah, fair enough. I got it, man. I got it. Yeah. Okay. So, how far back do you reckon we want to bring it? I'm feeling somewhere about here. This second set of notches. But this will be tested in due time. As long as we come back without destroying everything about this craft, we should be good. Gustav is a pilot. Should he go and put a flag down somewhere? Kind of feel like. Alright. It's going to be a nice safe touchdown. Develops a beautiful personal transport vehicle here. And we didn't explode stuff. Also, I heard a little like bloop bloop bloop. What do we got? EVA report and crew reports. I'm alright with those. Let's get them anyway. Get the crew report. EVA report. Let's quickly snatch that. Thanks. And get back inside. There we go. Space Center. No, I wanted to actually bring a thing. Did you know there is a sequel to the card game Uno? No, is it called Duo by any chance? Super happy this seems to have been a worthwhile design idea. Yes, Great Goat on Fire. Definitely actually seems to be an amazing design. Runway. Recover. Beautiful. We got some extra science. We got 3 science. Alright, let's go back and see what's going on with Bill at this point. Place faster than Uno. Uno's pretty fast as it is, you know. Alright. Welcome. Welcome to the low, slow burn that we've got. Alright, is there a warp to this time on the alarm clock? It doesn't appear to actually be. That's a bit of a shame. Look how long it takes us to spend up here. And we're down. Orbit 2. There's no way that's Orbit 2. Is that actually Orbit 2? Oh yeah, I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna trust it, sorry. It's DOS, not Duo. Fair enough. I don't want to be pointing that way. I want to be pointing this way-ish. Maybe with like solar panels pointing towards the sun. Alright. Game of Uno might be 10 to 15, but it's up to 5 in DOS. Okay, fair enough. I can't help but read DOS as DOS, like direct operating system. I suppose it kind of just shows my age, really. I remember when we had to type words into the thing to make stuff happen. Oh, it's not like nowadays where you just click on stuff. You don't have to do any work, that's what I say. That's not what I say at all. Alright, let's see how this is going to go. Come on, fiery balls of panic. That's what I want to see here. Fiery balls of panic. If you can just stay facing this way, that would also help. Might be pretty solid as a drone slash fighter. Yeah, the box kite, it's a solid idea for all sorts of things, to be fair. It's like 4 times the lifting area, and also it does like all its vertical stability and stuff. Horizontal stability and stuff like that as well. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I like the box kite design. Okay, how can I like force myself down deeper into the atmosphere? That's what's got to happen here, right? Oh, this is so bad. Oh, this is so bad. And at some point, this is just going to explode, right? We all know that. At some point, this is just going to explode. If only I'd put some fins on this, right? I could have, like, angled them down. I might start doing that with all my designs in the future. If you have a fin coming off of here, you could then, like, make it force it down. Like the airflow, force the airflow down and force your capsule down deeper. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I'm literally just going to spend the next like however long doing this, aren't I? It's a bit of a shame. Bit of shame. Right, can we turn sideways and get some more excessive drag on that? Well, I suppose we're now at 72 again, so it's a shame. That's a shame. All right, how about you warp here? Go. That prediction line there, that was quite a thing. Okay. Can we, like, this is really where I want to come down, obviously, but it's just not gonna play ball for me. What about the, I mean, aerodynamics are a thing, obviously, but can we get it to face the way I want it to face? I don't know. Kind of want to turn any vector that I've got into a downwards vector. Let's turn sideways again. See what we can sort of drag out. This has got like a little fly point on the bottom. How do we make this go faster? I mean, I suppose I could technically go and give it a push. Like, get an aircraft up there. It's just like, nudge. And technically, this is a free return. It's just going to take forever. Just build a jet with a claw, no claw, and then catch that bad boy. If I had a claw, I'd be all about that. But also, we're traveling at 3 kilometers a second. Launch an intercept mission, 3 kilometers a second. Yeah, I mean, we could get something that pushes it back, right? Something with a flat surface on it that we can put into the same orbit. Like now would be the time, right? Now would be the time as we are coming close. See where we end up next time. Okay, are we like instantly Bernie hot? No, that's a shame. Yeah, Kerbal push unfortunately can't happen either. EVA is not enabled yet. So if I point upwards like that, right? Maybe this Bernie bit here will push me down, or is it if I push down like this that will then be pointing downwards? I don't know. It's hard to tell from this tiny little. Like what's that trying to tell me right there? Is that trying to tell me up or down? Time to periaps fast approaching. Alright, I'll see you later, buddy. It's only half an hour. Why? Career mode. Career mode. Alright, so let's try and think about it. What's a better way here? We got 200 grand, so we can definitely get the flyby happening, the intercept happening. But, you know, sometimes this is just how Kerbal plays out. I've definitely run into this problem before. Let's have a look at my scan sat. Oh, look at that. We got 100% coverage with this. Scan for scan. Can I actually go over to you? Cannot switch atmosphere vessels whilst in atmosphere. Am I still in the atmosphere? Oh, I thought I was out of the atmosphere. 70. Okay, there we go. Now I want to check, see what's going on over here. Scan for scan. Brilliant. We are over. So this guy, he's not going to help out in any way. Like, he's got 400 delts. Can we... No, it's not even closely aligned, is it? I suppose we're going to have to figure out how we bring this guy home soon. He's got a parachute. He's not done a little bit of science that he's got there. And it says here that the science is going to be useless. Okay, I'm guessing it's because we've done it already. Where am I about to end up on my next orbit? If we go up and over... we've definitely missed that one. Maybe we can get it on the next one. I'm guessing that all these are going to go together. I want to make sure that he doesn't then come crashing down into the atmosphere before I'm ready. Okay, this looks like... do I want to go around one more time? Yeah, let's go around one more time. And then we'll try and deorbit this thing. Orbit 75. Okay, we're actually going to be a little more closer to the desert, but we've now got things that can come and retreat. I can't deorbit this side. Of course. I've got to be somewhere close to the space center to be able to actually do a thing. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to get the moon science back, was so that we could get better comms satellites up on the go. Though it now looks like it might be the time to ready a rendezvous mission. If we do something similar to what the long shot already did, alright, let's go Space Center, see what we can do. All it needs is a little push up at the top, right? Just a little push up at the top. I don't know whether with the science I don't have any RCS, do I? So trying to get that close to another ship is a little awkward. Is this where my RCS is? Even this isn't where my RCS is. Look, where is the RCS? There. That's deep in the tree. It's going to take a little while to get out there. Especially if this is the next one I want for the fuel ducts. Fuel duct, whack. Alright, so... I really wish I'd left a bit more on there. So I've got this other mod. Because we're all fairly sure I would get there at this point, right? So if I go station keeping and click on the long shot, alright, we can see that it's got this whole sort of system for doing stuff here. Use RCS only. I'm wondering whether it's like, I should really have looked at this a bit better. 610. So if I just take away that and then go... Does that not work? Or does it naturally need to be 6002 004? I think I might need fuel with this. That's a shame. So yeah, I can't change any of those. I was kind of hoping this would be a magical button of mystery there, but turns out not. I like that though, the fact that you do need to have the fuel for it. It's better than it just being magical. So I've got nothing to vent, nothing to push, nothing to do anything. It's bad. And I'm going to spend like all my all my money trying to get up there to get him. Or we could just wait. Still don't know which way pushes me further downwards. Let's have a look at this here. Does it have a predicted if we turn? No, unfortunately not. How long until the Monomancer dies from the lack of snacks? That is a very good question, actually. I believe it to be a lot longer than what we've got, but let's find out. We've got about a fifth left. Got about a fifth left. So we might actually be in big trouble. So we can definitely get Bob out of here. Whether we can get the science back is another thing. Oh man, it just annoys me that this is going to take all this time. When we pretty much had it. It's just this last 60 kilometers, it turns out. If only there was a way of transferring what happened here to up there. Hey Cubic, how's it going? You have turned up for a bit of a conundrum here. Bit of a conundrum. We've got Bob. He's having a little bit of troubles. He's gone to the moon, or at least he's gone a two-seater version of the box kite to save Bob. That's why I put the robot on it. Yeah, we got a bit of a problem. Bob went to the moon, and he came back, and he set up his aero brake, and he got to about 63 kilometers before running out of fuel. I think we can all agree it's a great shame. So if we open this and go find the RA, and we can load that. Let's have a look here, shall we? Because honestly, take that away. We don't need that. This is a return mission. This is a rescue mission, so we don't need that. And we don't need this, or this, or this. Probably do need that. We got solar, we got parachutes. All these are good things. We've got excessive delta V for just going to just inside the sphere of influence. Savira. No, that's Savira. How do I make it look like? Because I want to obviously make a pun on Savior. Savira? Is it Savira? Alright, let's forget that pun. Rescue. How about that? Let's try rescue. Apart from I didn't spell it right, but still. Rescue. There we go. Right. Save it. Launch it. Let's see where we are. Savara. Yeah, maybe Cubic's got it there. But the loading screens. Alright, so we need to try and get to a bit where we can match orbits. The reason that I went, yep, let's do it now, is because we're on the other side of Kerbin. And if we're on the other side of Kerbin... Gustos, no. No. To vehicle. That's not. A sav.ra. Oh, that's possibly better, actually. Sav.ra. Save it. We'll go and get rid of the other one in a sec. No. Get back. Let's get you out of there. You are not needed. Launch. So, flying. We fly. It's taking a little while to get into the loads, but I suppose that is what happens 2 hours into almost every Kerbal stream, or an hour and 40 into almost every Kerbal stream. I'm going to use the wonders of this again, but instead of going 80, I'm going to say 75. And can you please take a guess at that? Launch. Alright, this should power through pretty well here. Let's have a look at where we are in relation to Bob. Okay, Bob's actually going to be coming up from the bottom, which is actually pretty cool. This means I'm going to be slightly behind him. I am fine with that because that means we can do a smaller orbit and try and arrange to get. How are we going to get the science? More importantly, how are we going to get? We can't. This isn't a savior ship. We can't get Bob to EVA, can we? We can only push. So we're going to have to use this to go and push Bob. It's as simple as that, right? We're going to have to push him. We're gonna get into as close an orbit as we can, as close a rendezvous as we can, and just give him a nudge. Because honestly, he's not too far out of being into a. We just got to bring his periaps down a bit. If we could just get his periaps down a bit, we will be doing wonders. He's got snacks in it, but that doesn't matter because we can't do anything. Yeah, I assume at the moment we haven't nailed the like the whole concept of the closable hatch, right? That's the only way that this whole we can't transfer from one ship to another thing works. So I'm going to assume that. We're definitely going to be at least one orbit behind. What's he doing back here? I hear you doing stuff. Alright, things I want to do is put hibernating warp on. Okay, I think we're good. The first time a giant box glove would be a legit nose glove. Yeah. A resealable hat. Yeah. There goes a stage. I wasn't really expecting you to drop a stage there. Last time we got up all under the power of the single launch. Is it because we're going to 75 instead of... I don't know what that's about, actually. Wow. That's a thing. Or how to make the pod good to breathe in after EVA. I mean, they've got some stuff. No monoprop engines this early in career mode, Cubic. That monoprop is not... Whilst I have monoprop, I could put the engines up and down. I literally do not have the thrusters. One of the many things that you need to like actually go and get the science for. What we should be doing is just like bullseye. No, what's up? Beelining for the science lab, right? I barely played career mode. Yeah. To be fair, it quite shows that the vast majority of chat haven't, which is fine. You know, everybody plays it in a different way. But everyone's like, here, use this NTech stuff, and I'm like, I'm literally on my fourth episode, guys. Alright, it's looking kind of okay. I think we're going to make it up into a nice round orbit here. I'm super surprised how long it's taking, or how much fuel it's taking off me. Alright, we're gonna set up maneuvers for this. I like touch that. Yeah, there we go. Is that close enough? That's close enough. All right, we'll do this maneuver. It's still not launch success. Okay, fair enough. If you don't think we've successfully launched, I will take your word on that, Mr. Robot Machine. A little bit of a thrust. I do like the fact that it keeps me like just at 75 the whole way up. I kind of wish it was not so sort of atmospheric heavy. It really likes going through this topper layer of atmosphere. So that must be launch success. Hang about if we go there. Launch success. Great. Right, we'll take that. Thanks. We've got a burn to do in about 2 minutes, and it's only going to be a second's worth of burning, but that's fine. We'll just We'll do this by the numbers. It's probably the easiest way of doing it. Probably the easiest way. I'm hoping that we can just approach this guy incrementally, so that by the can we please just point? Thanks. So by the time we get there, we've done it in like a series of small efficient boosts, so we have a bit of fuel left to be able to push them backwards when we get to Apple Apps. Like just nudging Bill's craft backwards at any point will put him down to where he needs to be. Ideally up at Apple Apps, but pretty much at any point we'll put him where he needs to be. Alright, let's roll this forwards. I wish there was a button down here that was just like, take me to this time now, please. That would be pretty useful. Oh, I missed my burn. Honestly, it doesn't really matter at this point, but... Okay, that seems like a round one. Are we round? Very up. Height 58. Let's 60, 70. Right, there we go. Okay. I suppose technically we should have kept the 60 as he is actually below the atmosphere here, but we're gonna take it. All right, we've got some set of target markers. That's pretty cool. You can send multiple nudge missions. I suppose I could. Oh, I don't like how close we're getting before we actually get. Oh, look at this. Look at this. All right, let's right click that. 56 kilometers is not good. 4 kilometers is definitely getting better. Can we get closer than 4 kilometers? Nope. And now I've lost that 4 kilometer. That's... Oh, there was definitely a smaller than 0 number there. Oh, no, not smaller. Sorry, smaller than 4. There was a 3. I saw a 3. Can we keep the 3? There we go, 3 kilometers. I will take that, thank you. And if we can make that work, then we'll go and nudge it. The real question, of course, is do we want to nudge it down or up? Down or backwards, sorry. I think a backwards will have more effect, but I think down will put me more into the atmosphere. It's tough, it's tough. It's tough. Alright, let's warp to the next maneuver node and let's see what we can do about this. Multiple nudge missions. I really hope it doesn't devolve into multiple nudge missions. I'm quite happy to do this in one. Oh, am I though? Well, I was just a little bit worried that I'd run out of electric charge then. But turns out I've run out of... Oh no, I've run out of, what's the word I'm looking for? Transmission range. Normally we have a Kerbal on board. Man, career mode is pretty difficult early on. I just want to point that out. I mean, we could just go for it. We're close. It's not close enough though. If I just full throttle. Oh, it should let me full throttle. Why didn't it let me full throttle? Alright, revert. It's a good start. Need more. Okay, so how many parts do we have to play with here? How many parts do we have to play with? 4. Well, then I'm just going to slap 4 of these on. No, not you. Not you. You. There we go. Just on here. I have no idea how long that is gonna take. Yes, it already exists. That's fine. Or how far that can go. All right, let's try this. Oh, this loading screen. Okay, we're kind of good. Camera angle is weird. I will take one of these again, of course. Do I, 80 is good. Let's just do it. Improve guess. Do it. I wonder what it actually does here. I have no idea what most of these numbers mean, and I'm fairly sure one of them is badly labelled. Even though it's start and finish, one talks about prograde and the other talks about Apple apps. Setting value for time to prograde. Higher values will make a steeper climb. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Also, we seem to be like catching a little bit too much speed, a little bit too much quickly there. Maybe that's something we could also change. Do you have enough battery power? We have hibernation, which I want to turn back on. And we have this much battery power. And we have these 2 solar panels. So, yes, we have the best that we can possibly do right now. Can we speed this up? Is it better or worse? I don't know. Should just be the same, right? Should just... We're not exactly up into ×4 where Kraken's Realm lives, so... I think we're fine. Oh, that's this 40-kilometer Apple apps before we get here. It just needs more of a lifter. But obviously, that's the best lifter we could do with the part count we've got. I wonder, which one is it that limits my part count? The VAB or the launch pad? It's going to be the VAB, right? The launch pad limits the number or the weight you can launch. Okay, things are starting to get a bit distancy now. That's fine. 58. Just waiting for the 80 to get reached. There we go. Now we should just cruise our way up there. And then we need to find out at what point we can actually still have controls, because of course we're going to be on the other side. VAB limits parts, launchpad limits weight. Yeah, I thought that was how it was. Awesome. Just realised it might not actually be the antenna that held us back here, but just simply the fact that we don't have line of sight. Could definitely have been one. $40, 70 something. There we go. That's what we want. Nice. Okay, point where we want to go. We're not under control here, so I'm assuming we're good. It really wants to steer it back for me, though. All right, we'll just let it deal with what it wants to deal with, right? It's a robot. It knows what it wants to do. Probably, or like it has stimulus that it's trying to work around. Alright, here we are. We're up above the atmosphere. It says launch success. You need relay satellites around Kerbin. Yeah, that was going to be my thing after getting Bill back from the moon. Because, you know, that was going to happen. Alright, let's look in the right way. That was quite a struggle there for some reason. 55 seconds to make the burn that I want to make. Alright, that's fine. Maybe we can ease our way a little bit closer to it. This is the time I'm looking at down the bottom here. I should imagine the vast majority of you can't even make out the digits because it's very small. But that's fine. We're at 17 seconds in case you needed to know. 15 seconds until the burn. Oh yeah, I got the 10 seconds, and I think I might actually just start creeping up in the power values here. We've got a 0 seconds. I'm happy to wait for the 0 seconds. Have you heard about the lightsaber fencing? No, but I bet it's going to be disappointing to what I just had in my brain when you said that. But no, please do tell. Whilst I go about and set up this maneuver to hopefully meet up with him at some point. Oh, it's a little annoying that I've got to wait till here, you know. But that's life, right? That's life. Oh, that's orbital dynamics, baby. 175. We can get much closer. 7. I'll take the 7. I'm not even going to muck around with it. I'm just going to take the 7. Okay, yeah. Well, it's focused on looks, so one of the main rules is to make an attack. The blade has to be behind your back. Okay. I mean, if it's all about the looks, then maybe it is alright. They're just, yeah, look. No crew control there. They're just waving around like fluorescent tubes at each other. I'm not so sure about that. Okay, so what happens next time round? We're gonna get a point where Kerbin is actually visible from round here. Looks like now is not the time for that. Or maybe. I mean, look at that occultation line there. I know if this is the one, great. Kind of. Oh, come on. Oh no, that was it. That was the point of losing it. Okay, so we go around the next one. I really hope Bob's all right. I could definitely see him dying from lack of snacks. Okay, it says we've got a good connection. I'm not feeling like we've got the best, but alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Go up and round, hopefully in one smooth motion like that. Is that better? 11 kilometers, no matter what, we're coming in hot with this. 80 meters per second intercept speed. Alright, we'll take the 3.8 with 100 kilometers per second. Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. As long as I can actually perform the maneuver, we will definitely take it in 1 minute. Are we going to lose connection in 1 minute? That's the question. I could definitely see that happening, though. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Or whatever your local equivalent is. Does anybody have anything different than fingers crossed? And there's a few, like, you know, untransmittable ones. Talk about lightsaber fencing as a fence that lights up. I mean, that would also be pretty cool, though. Let's be honest. Okay, I'm going to turn that off, and then yeah, I've got the intersections lined up here. Let's bring these numbers closer together. Get one shot at it this way, though. What part of no don't you get? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. During our burn, we lost oh. So for people that weren't aware there, we lost ground contact after I'd started my burn. Literally one more. Oh my god. I mean, we could. Oh, and with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me with this adventure, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time when we're going to try and do that again in a better way. If anybody has, yeah. That one's making it into the. There's a lot of problems that will not make it into the final cut, but that one's getting in there. That's a thumbs up there. Yeah, the box plane works out. So I'm just thinking about now whether what we want to do is go round a couple of times and then take this guy off last moment then. Yeah, anyway, I will be back. So I'm really invested in this now. I'm just like thought process. How can we bring him back and not kill him? But yeah, we'll get there. I will see you Saturday when we're going to get there indeed. Don't forget to check out all the other content on my channel. Subterranean is just about to bring itself to a close, so if you haven't checked that out, now's probably the time to check it out. Of course, there's Oxygen Not Included and Factorkio coming out just after I finish the stream in about half an hour's time. But I'll see you then when we're going to do that. Bye!